Satya, Venkat, Devasad, uh, you are remembering what we have learned till now? And
You, yeah, you covered the base. I mean, how middleware and PI works earlier, and how we are, and the introduction of HCA. What is it like iFlows and where it sits, and what are the possibilities of HCA?
okay, correct, correct. Uh, Now what we are doing is today we are jumping onto the introduction means what is the initial screen, how initial screen looks like in HCI, what all things would be required. I will how to configure Eclipse today. Okay, so this will be covered in today's class. We will be also creating some demo flows today in our web UI, and apart from that, I think I haven't covered the under the hood for Devi Prasad and Venkat. So last 15 minutes I will be taking for only Devi Prasad and Venkat for under the hood. Okay, because for Satya and Raghu it's already done. So last 15 minutes I will be covering that for you too. Okay.
What
So
is the under the hood? It's a top. Hello.
yeah, it is about the configuration means what is the tenant concept. Okay, tenant management node and worker node. I
Okay.
think that is not covered with you, and that is covered with Satya. So I will be showing you that also, but it will be the later part of today's class. Okay.
Okay.
Quickly, what is sorry? So you what you how will see how that passport certificate will be applied, so that you don't need log.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Sanat. Hello.
Oh, Venkat, I am Prasad.
No, no. Sanat is there. I mean, we are not able to hear, right?
I am also not able to hear.
Satya, can you hear Sanat's voice?
No, I'm not able to hear Sanat's voice.
Bharat, are you
Nothing
in the
but
call?
the packages.
Bharat, Sanat, sorry,
So this,
we haven't heard your voice for the last.
hello.
Hello? Sanat?
Okay,
Is there
okay.
any chat window? Bharat, you can open chat window. Bharat is there.
Hi, Sanat. Hello.
Hello, can somebody call Sanat and tell?
Hello.
He's continuing, I think.
Hello.
Wait, I
Sanat?
am calling Bharat once.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. One second.
Sanat,
Was my laptop has just stopped working suddenly, and I tried all the thing possible to connect to 3G, 4G, and my Wi-Fi. Still not sure what happened. Anyway, so we have Raghu in the class also. Hi, Raghu.
Hi Sanat. Hi Sanat.
We are loading the initial package content screen, discover screen of our HCA. Okay. So in pre-packaged content, we
Again, same.
scenarios. Uh,
Hello.
so my voice is breaking.
Still,
Your
yeah,
voice
still
is breaking.
breaking.
Okay.
Hello.
Gone again.
Sanat,
One second.
you
One
are
second.
not
Okay. Works or not?
Hello. Sanat. Sanat, we are unable to hear your
Bharat,
voice.
Bharat. Hello, Bharat. Bharat garu.
I am also there. I'm
We are not unable to hear Sanat's voice. Hello.
Mhm. Yeah. Hello, Venkat, Devi Prasad.
Yes.
Yeah, Sanat.
Don't know, yeah. What is happening with this connectivity? Right, yesterday night it was
Your voice is
Satya
breaking.
and Raghu.
Yeah, video is clear.
Yes.
Audio.
Your audio voice is breaking.
Okay. Okay. Mm,
You are not unable to understand.
it must not be the issue of internet because internet is working fine.
It's edge, Sanat. Edge. You are getting edge connection.
And the connection. No, I was that I am already connected to my Wi-Fi, and
See, what happens is when you start any word, right, it is deteriorating slowly and
okay.
finally it is silent.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is internet speed issue.
Any
Mm,
further?
let's have a little more minute. If it again will we can postpone it. We
Hello.
or we can keep it
Hello.
on to if it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it's
are
Can you
still
not
try?
breaking,
able to
Sanat.
hear your voice.
Your voice still breaking, even if you are talking slowly, but still it is breaking.
Correct.
Okay. It is internet issue.
Satya, was that it? I'm not sure.
What is that?
Was this the issue yesterday night also?
It was there, but it's not too much last night.
Night no, so maybe number of users may be less something.
Might be possible. Today is Saturday. Uh,
Any other tool we can use instead of
so
web meeting? Is there any other tool, Bharat, you can schedule? We cannot rely on one tool, right?
No, usually this tool is okay. That's WebEx should be okay.
Yeah, we cannot tell, right? If you check with some other tool, some other team sharing sessions or like TeamViewer, some other tools, we will try our best, right? We cannot every time open and go to meeting.
yes, not sure
No.
if
See, another thing is the other people who Bharat is talking is okay, Varaprasad is talking okay, and the other people are talking, it should be okay. There is no disturbance, it's not breaking up. Only when Sanat talks or he continuously talks for 1 minute or 2 minutes, you have lot of breaks in the call.
Correct.
So that's the problem only from Sanat's side. If you can fix or do something on
yeah,
your internet, that should be good. Either
I'm
internet or
checking.
should be in your the sound
I,
card from your laptop. Okay, that may be some issues.
I'm checking that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out
Okay.
because internet it is working fine. Things means I'm checking that on my mobile and speed. Not sure
Sanat,
what is. Anyway,
I think your screen sharing is also okay. It looks
Yes.
like okay. But
Yes.
only in our audio is only the problem. So should be something with your sound card from your laptop.
So if the internet speed is less, it should be happening vice versa, right? The audio should
Yeah.
be audible and the video should be cluttery.
It should be both in that case. It should be both.
Yeah,
Your screen sharing is okay. So right now I see your screens going and also coming, but I don't know exactly whatever the screen you are sharing, I'm getting at the same time, but I'm not sure. But looks like is okay. You are changing the screens now and going to the Explorer and all those things, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so looks like that your internet is good, okay? Only the audio, either, I'm not sure like what is that problem is, but go and check for some time, and if that needs to be either, it has to be some other sound card, you need to be downloaded and then put it there, you can use it and check for some time, and then probably it's better to reconvene sometime later. Because we already waited for a long time, like almost like a 40 minutes, more than 40 minutes we are waiting for the guest.
Today evening, if it's possible.
Today, no, it's going to be too late for us again. That's if you're coming back again today, that's after checking everything. So you should reconvene it tomorrow at the same time or something like that.
Okay, okay. Okay, tomorrow 8:38, 8 o'clock morning?
Yeah, it's the same time, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Same time tomorrow, the same.
Yes, yes, yes. Tomorrow. For you, Satya and Raghu, for Devi Prasad and Venkat, are you free in the evening today at 8:30 India time somewhere?
On evening sir are talking.
Yeah, sure.
On
Yeah.
evening, hello.
Yeah, for at the evening time.
Evening time is in weekends or normal time.
No,
No,
today
no.
he is asking Devi.
Today,
Today,
today I am available.
okay. Today 8:30 India time. If you are available, let me take a quick class for you too, and then we can connect tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. morning. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Devi Prasad and Venkat, today 8:30. Okay.
So
Yes.
it will be a small class, right? I mean, few minutes,
1 hour class. Almost 1 hour.
Okay.
1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
You will be sending with web meeting or some other tool. You can, if you want to check, you can call me. I will be available. We will check the speed is fine.
At the time, I think I will check with my all things. I will go to vendor and I will check if everything works. Then we will continue with the global online meeting only.
Sanat,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sanat, can you try to connect to TeamViewer?
Yeah, I know. But let's go with this only as of now. If it doesn't work in next meeting, then we will continue with some other tool. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Today evening we will try. If not, we can choose some other.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So let's meet 8:30. Devi Prasad and Venkat, I'm expecting you to. Satya and Raghu, that thing is already covered. Okay. So we will cover that quickly. So that means for Avana, and then we will proceed to the same things for everybody.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raghu, you can drop off.
Yeah, sure.
Not sure. If let me check again, Devi Prasad Venkat, I will share my screen and
See, as soon as you shared your screen, your voice got reduced. I mean, so there is something with the internet speed as well.
only now, I guess.
Sanat, can I drop the call?
Yes, Raghu, sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Okay. Okay, so let me continue for less 10 more minutes if see if it is still deteriorating, or else I will
Yeah.
end the call and we will meet up in 8:30 today. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So till now we have covered the HANA Cloud, means what is the introduction of HANA Cloud, where it exactly resides, what is the tenant concept. Okay. So when you go to, as soon as you ask for an HCA tenant, you go to SAP Marketplace with your S user ID, means your customer user ID, and you ask for the SAP HCI. Okay, so the first thing which you get from SAP is two mails. One mail with these two details. Okay, one is the test tenant, another would be your production tenant. Okay, so both the details would be there in front of you. One means the one in the left side, it is the production, and the other in the right is test. Okay, so here you can see account. In account it is written productive, and in the account here it is written test. Okay, so you would be provided with two tenants. Okay, both would be identical. Okay, identical in terms of the CPU and the space, all the things would be identical, but you can use both the tenant to configure, to test, or to deploy your iFlows, but the only difference is the visibility of this tenant. Okay, so if some issue comes, some bugs come to your tenant, or something is not working in the tenant, then the severity at which SAP is taking care of that tenant, it is very high for the productive and as compared to test. Okay, so if you have configured some production scenario in your test and some issue is coming, then the severity or the seriousness at which SAP will be working on, or the SLA of that severity, is very less in test as compared to that in production. Okay, apart from that, both tenants are identical. Okay, you have it works with both. You have the web URL, you have the encrypted URL, you have the certificate, private key certificate, public key certificate, both are accessible. You have the all the prepackaged content in both test and productive tenant. Okay, so both are identical, but we should, for production, we should go with the productive tenant only. Okay, we should not use the test tenant to deploy the production scenarios. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, so you get the details, like you have the customer information. Okay, you have the logon information. Okay, then you have the web URL. Okay, you have Eclipse URL, you have runtime URL. I will be showing you what all these three different mean, okay, in the next classes. You have the certificate information, and you have the help. Okay, so these are the only information which would be sent from SAP to your registered mail address, okay, with which your S user ID is attached. Okay, so you get these details if you are the customer. Okay, this is the case for the customer. If you are the developer, okay, if you are if you are just a partner or developer, let's say Cognizant, Capgemini. So for those people, you would be sent the details like web URL, Eclipse URL, runtime URL, but you won't be sent the certificate details. Okay, so certificate details, it is specifically for the customers or clients, not for the partners or developers. You're getting me?
Okay.
Okay. So
But, one doubt I have.
yes, sir.
HANA Cloud integration for data services is different, and so data, I mean, in process integration that is different, right?
No, no, no,
Yes.
no. It is all bundled up in one package only.
Because I have asked my company, because being a partner company, uh, they said we have only HCI for data services. Is it necessary for us, or?
Data services, have they gone with that package? Because if you have seen the price and packaging, there both are bundled up together only. Okay, so if you have opted for HANA Cloud integration, you will get both the parts. Okay, you will be getting the data services also and process integration also.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
When I get this screens of those HCA DS, I will forward it to your mail ID. Just confirm if we have what we needed. Okay, just so
Uh,
that if not, I can request them to apply for.
yes, or what you can do is you can, after the call, you can just stay there. You can share your screen and then I can see if that is the screen or not.
Maybe next week I will get. Not yet I got. Just they showed me. For my SID, they haven't assigned the roles and all. So.
So it doesn't take time. I will show you how to assign user ID roles also right now.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the information which you get for the partners. Okay. Jump onto the HANA Cloud Platform Cockpit. Okay. So HANA Cloud Platform Cockpit, it is the place where it is kind of your SAP solution manager or soulman for all your cloud stuff. Okay. So here you can assign a user the administration, the roles, means the adequate roles to access HCI or other HCP, um, means other HCP tasks like IoT, like security, all this roles and management of the services, it is done on HANA Cloud Platform Cockpit. Okay. So you just need to go to this link. Okay, I am going to that link. So or cockpit account.hana.ondemand.com. Okay. So this is the initial screen. It has been changed little bit. Okay. So the one which we saw, it is little different. But just click on to log on. So as soon as you get your access, okay, you need to go to your account.hana.ondemand.com. Click on log on. as you log into it, it will directly take you to the option called subscription. Okay. So this is your initial, generally it goes to your overview, but it has, last time I closed it into my subscription, so it took me to directly subscription. Okay, so under the option application, I have an option called subscription. In this you can see there are different applications which are available. Okay, and these are my Java applications. So you have the NWC, you have the HCI P0341 runtime. Okay, you have the tenant management node. Okay, so just click on the TMN one. Okay, click on this application. I will show you how to enable this HCI also a little bit later. Okay. So here you can see you have different application URL of your HCI. Okay. So you have the operation URL, you have the API URL, means you can do the API management. Okay. You have the runtime URL, you have this work URL. I will show all this URL in later classes. Okay, slowly when their work comes. Okay, but this is our web URL. So just click on this URL and it will take you to. So this is your initial URL. Okay, so as soon as you get, okay, use to access your HCI through web. Okay, IT space. Okay. Now talking about the roles. Okay, before even going to HCI this screen, if your user ID has not been provided with adequate role, you cannot see this screen. Okay, you will be provided with the error that you don't have authorization to view this role. So click on, okay, this is something, a task of admin team. Okay, I'm not sure if you will be coming into picture, or I think Devi Prasad, if you are doing this from your side, then you need to go to this role window and assign this roles to your name. Okay, so how to do that? There are around 50 predefined roles in the HCI. Okay, so you can see these are the roles. Okay, you can just traverse from there. These are which are provided by SAP. Okay, or if you want, you can create your own roles, but that won't be a scenario as of now, because I haven't created any roles, and for our tenant we haven't created any role till now. Okay. We are just defined role. Okay. So there in this 50 role there are only 5 major roles administrator,
Hello. Hello. Sanat, are you there? Your voice is unable to hear. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sanat.
Kanath, from last 2 minutes it is. No, again same.
Since last 2 minutes, we are not unable to view.
Hello.
Hello, Sanat. Hello, Sanat.
Devi Prasad, Venkat?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are there.
Sanat. We are not unable to listen your
Yeah,
voice.
am I audible?
You know, okay.
Oh.
But after roles
Last
screen,
3 minutes, we are not unable to hear. Hello. Sanat. Hello. Hello. Sanat.
Hello.
yes,
Sanat.
Anat, we
We
have
are not.
Is it on?
lost your audio for last 4-5 minutes. 4 minutes.
Audible
Yeah.
now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, so this administrative.
Hello. Hello.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So you have these 5 rules. Okay. You have administration role. You have business expert role. You have integration developer role. You have the read-only role. You have the system developer role. Okay. I'm audible now, correct, right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So in any means, if you are the administrator or if you are the sole person who is handling the HCI, then you should assign auth-group.administrator to your user ID. Okay. If you are the business experts are nothing but the functional people who are just viewing to whom you just need to allow to view the message flow and read the payload. Okay, so you provide the auth-group.business-experts to that user ID. Okay. For us people, the integration developer, we assign the user ID auth-group.integration-developer. Okay. Then you have the read-only and system developer. I will be explaining integration developer little in detail. Integration developer is nothing but means we can deploy our artifacts to cloud. We can cancel the message. We can deploy the security contents. We can do the monitoring. But what integration developer cannot do is I delete the message from the data store, and also it cannot view the payload. Okay, so that is a major thing. Means if you are developing a interface, okay, and you are not able to view the payload, let's say in testing, even in test scenario, means in production, we are not allowed to view the payload, but even test scenario, we are not able to view the payload, then that is a bummer. So what you can do is, you in test scenario, you can ask for one more authorization group called EBS messaging. Okay, so just go to your user and ask assign a role called EBS messaging. So this EBS messaging will allow you to view the payload at least in test tenant. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Just assign EBS messaging against your name in the list, okay, so that you can view the payload. Payload viewing is very important while creating an interface. So because we need to see at each step how the message has been transformed. Okay, we will see how that works in our live scenario. But if we are not able to view the payload, then it will create, means we won't be able to configure the scenario correctly. Okay.
Sanat, hello.
Sir? Yes, sir.
Sanat, I am Prasad.
Yeah, boy, tell me.
Actually, in PI single stack also, we are disabling the payload viewing in production server
Correct.
because of to increase the performance of the server. If payload is increases, performance will be decreased because of loading effect will occur.
Correct. And also this is one reason, and another reason is you don't want your users to your developers to view your payload, because let's say you have a payroll data which has been processed through your middleware. So you don't want your developer or integration developer to view the payload data of each employee. So that is
That is
again,
technical.
yeah, and that is first thing. Performance, I not sure for only performance they have disabled in the production system.
Because of Java, it is only runs on Java stack. That's why performance issue also will occur because of payloads like that. They said to me.
Not sure if it never came to me that due to payload saving, your PI has stopped and the performance has affected. Anyway, there would be another reason also to disable the payload. But in our case, the performance won't be an issue. You need to do for the security reasons, because there would be n number of data which would be flowing. So you are required to have the restricted view of your payload data. Okay.
Okay.
Being a non-PI background, what is the payload? Just the data which it is processing.
Yes, sir. Okay. Sorry, my mistakes are again. So let's say, sir, a data is going from point A to point B. Okay. Data means actual data. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that data, there would be possibility that your salary data would be sent from your company to, let's say, your payroll company, which is processing your salaries. Okay. So that data should not be visible to us integration guys. Okay. You
Okay.
only be able to view that message has been processed, that message has stuck. Okay. But you should not view the payload. Okay. That word payload means the content of that message. Okay. Means how much message, how much data, how much salary you have got, how much leaves per day.
Yeah, understood.
So being an integration consultant, you should only be able to view the message if they have got processed or not. Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, got it. Yeah, got it.
I got it.
So these are the roles. Okay, you the roles here means you can assign those roles against your name, but you have this integration auth group dot integration developer. Against that, you can assign one more user. So click here, okay, give the username. Right now, I don't have access to assign this user because I'm not the administrator of this HCI. I'm just a developer. So again, I cannot view this. I cannot add this. I can only view the roles which are present in the HCI. Okay. So this is how your roles configurations work. Okay. So generally, I would say what generally people teach in market is they only give the they directly jump onto HCI before giving any reference and how you reach to HCI tenant. But here I just show each and every step so that in future aspect, if you get stuck, if you are provided with this task also, you will know how to do this. Okay. Because generally I have seen people directly jumping onto HCI before giving any background and how it works. They just jump on to teaching interfaces. Now just go to the services. Just click on the HCA productive or the tenant your name is, okay, and click on the services. So you will be amazed how are there in your HANA Cloud platform. So these are the services. You have the predictive services. Predictive is something your PAL, SAP PAL. You have the SAP Smart Business Services. So you have X of your connect. Okay. So if you want to do the HANA Cloud connector configuration, okay, that is something we will do in the later classes. What is HANA Cloud connectors and how they work and how to install that on your local. I will be showing that. But before even configuration, we need to enable this service here. Okay, you will find some services disabled. Service.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, continue.
You have your you have the IoT. IoT, if you know Internet of Things, you can enable those services also from here itself. Okay, before even going to a configuration of Internet of Things or device or RDM. Okay, the RDMA is required for Internet of Things. So you need to enable this service and then only you can move forward for the Internet of Things, configuration of your devices. So that is again a new thing. Okay, market.
You're also into that IoT,
Is
Sanath, you are also into IoT? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we lost again.
Yeah.
You are also into IoT?
Yeah, I'm there on IoT.
Many people nowadays I'm hearing like in my company also IoT. So
Yeah, I will be giving training on IoT also in 1 month. Okay, there would be a class for IoT also. So let's hope.
yeah,
Uh,
sure.
so just keep an eye on IoT also because it is very hot in the market. It is very good, and
Is it a pure developing kind of stuff or yeah,
no, no, no.
how much?
First of all,
Okay,
it is kind of imaginative. How can you imagine if scenario? Okay,
okay,
and the device configuration and all those things, that is quite simple.
okay. Mhm.
So keep an eye on that also.
Yeah, sure.
Keep an eye. They means they have just jumped onto innovation all of a sudden. In last 2 years, they have innovated so many things rather than just keeping to the SAP ECC box. So there are so many new
Hello, Sanat.
opportunities. Yes, Venkat.
Hello. Sanat, I am
Yes,
Prasad.
Venkat.
I
Yeah,
am
Prasad. Sorry.
Prasad.
Yeah, Prasad.
Actually,
Sorry.
is it possible to import the IDOCs from ERP server
Where exactly? In your PI or HCI?
in HCA?
HCI, yeah, not directly. It is not possible directly to import the iDoc. What you can do is if you have your PI, you can import that to your PI WSGL and
Okay.
download
WS
that W. Yes.
for IDOC.
Yeah. Means what happens is as soon as you import the iDoc in your PI,
Okay.
you have an WSDL there. Okay, you can download that WSDL and you can import that to your HCI.
Okay.
Okay, this is one method. Another method is one SAP note is there,
Okay.
which you can implement on your ECC. Okay, in
ECC or
ECC,
HCA?
huh?
In where we need to apply the node
ECC.
in ECC. Okay.
Okay, in ECC, you just need to run that node. There would be one report which is available. Okay, report. I mean there
Report
would be one.
program.
Yeah, report 38 SC38 program. So run that program, and from there you can directly download the WSDL of an iDoc.
Okay.
Okay. So directly just give the name of that iDoc, the message type, okay, and you can download that WSDL of that iDoc, and you can import that same WSDL in your HCI. So
Okay.
directly connectivity to your ECC like your PI, it is not there in the HCI,
Okay.
but you need to do some extra steps to import the custom iDoc or extended iDocs. Okay.
Okay. Actually, we will also able to connect on-premise systems.
Okay. So you don't have the direct connectivity. You don't have the direct connectivity as in terms of your, let's say, your S proxy or
Okay.
your this thing.
Okay.
Means importing the iDoc, those things are not there in HCI. This HCI tool is altogether different. But they have given the connectivity to directly to your PI content. Okay, in
Okay.
HCI, you have an option of connecting to your PI content. So if you have already these things present in your PI, you can import that from your PI.
And that is okay. But if your client does not have a PA, they have only ERP server. At that time, we need to go for visual file.
Yes. That is the only way. Means we have arranged
So,
perfectly. That is the
okay.
only way. Okay.
Okay.
So now we are speaking. This is I will be letting you know in later classes what is this things all about. Okay.
Okay. Sanat,
Yes, sir.
already I installed the plugins in my Eclipse regarding to you told me one URL, on-demand URL.
Yeah.
I installed Eclipse Mars and I installed the plugins. 3 plugins I installed for HCA, design, operation and adapter. The 3 plugins I installed.
Okay. Okay. So all the plugins are there, na? Means.
Already I installed. That 3 plugins I installed.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Adapter plugin, design plugin and operation plugin for HCA. I
Okay.
entered the URL, end of the URL I entered Mars, then it displays automatically HCA tools. In that it contains HCI, one root node, that root node containing 3 plugins, adapter plugin, design plugin and operation plugin. These 3 I installed.
Correct. 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 So you have
The
Eclipse on your. Sorry.
now way is correct to install.
Where is your HCI means your HCI? Yeah.
Is it
Can you
correct to install?
Yeah, it's correct to install.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you are one step ahead of me, so it's good to know. I will be showing this in tomorrow class itself,
Okay.
how to configure Eclipse, how all the configuration would be done. I think both Venkat, Devi Prasad, you both need to do this configuration in your local
Okay.
system. Okay?
And tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see my screen now. This diagram.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have. We are.
Yeah. So so we already know where exactly your HCI resides. Okay. It resides between your on-premises system, cloud, SAP cloud, your third-party cloud, your ECC, your third-party ERP, your let's say some SFTP or some file system. Okay, so from everywhere it receives and sends data. Okay, so it is a unified solution for unified single solution for all type of scenarios. Okay, one second. So, but how exactly your HCI works? What is the tenant concept of HCI? Okay, why I told you earlier that in HCI you have 100% of 99.9% of time up. Okay, means there is no downtime. So how is that achieved? Okay, so if you my mistake. So if you means what SAP did is they have divided your HCI into 2 parts. One is called tenant management node and other is called worker node. Okay. So think of it your tenant management node as your hard disk of your computer where everything is saved. Everything means your artifacts are saved, your configurations are saved, your URLs are saved, your sender and receivers are saved. So everything, your administration tasks are saved. Everything is saved on the tenant management node. And worker node is your RAM, random access memory. Okay. So what RAM? Hello?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine.
Just to understand, I'm just means just to go to the grassroots level before even going to that. Okay, so worker node is your RAM where everything is getting processed. Okay, so let's say it's your CPU and RAM. So nothing is kept on the worker node. Okay, so every time message is coming to your let's say to your HCI to get processed. So the details about that message, which interface, which message, which mapping, all those details are taken from your tenant management node and are loaded to your worker node. And from worker node, all the processing is done. And once that processing is done, that data is removed from worker node, and it is free to process another message. Okay, so just like your RAM, okay, you have as many if you have more RAM, you have the more processing. So if you have more worker node, you have more processing. If you have only one, then all the load will be done on the worker node, okay, on that one worker node. Okay, and this worker node is not fixed for one tenant. One worker node can act as multiple. Means if I am a customer, let's say I am Reliance, I am using HANA Cloud integration, and my worker node is idle, means it's not, my HCI is idle, no message has been flowing at that time. So my worker node will not be attached to my TMN. It would be free. It would be used by any other customer to process. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Getting me?
I got. When it
Okay.
is free, another customer will use it automatically.
Automatically, it is done at the end. All these things are done at the SAP end. We are not doing any configuration for this. Okay, means we are not even, these things are not visible that which worker node is working for us and which is what. It is all the switchings and those things are done by SAP.
Okay.
So what is the advantage of this worker node? Okay, so means this type of concept. So first thing is your scalability. So at any point of time, let's say I am processing some 2 GB of data all of a sudden, and I have opted for the premium package. Let's say I am opted for the premium package where you will be provided with the highest number of CPUs and RAMs. Okay. So in that case, what SAP will do is it will uh, attach the released worker node, other released worker node, then they can attach that worker node to my tenant management node. Okay, and my processing would be smooth. Okay, so there won't be any logs or any slowness in processing a heavy load or any heavy data which is coming to your HCI. Okay, just like your RAM, if your uh, load increases, you can attach more RAMs and your processing increases. Okay, so you have a scalability. At any point of time, your HCI will be processing the message fast and quickly. Okay. So scaled out to accommodate higher load of message processing, scaled up to higher VMs, predefined size. Okay, so we have a predefined size. Let's say you have gone with the SAP, means some package where if you have ever went to that package, you see that at the bottom you are provided with the SAP cores, how many cores that server has, how many RAMs, what is the amount of RAM that is attached to your HCI. All those details are in that link which I have shown in last class. Okay, so do go to that link and explore these things. Okay. One is scalability and one is availability. Okay, so I told you what is availability means. We have the 99.9% of time uptime for HCI. So how that is achieved? Okay, so if let's say at one instant one worker node has stopped working. Okay, so what SAP will do is it will quickly take another worker node, free node from its server, and it will attach to your tenant management node. Okay,
Okay.
so kind of load balancing, but in load balancing you have the two servers in your PI. It was the case, but right now what they are doing is they have their available worker node and which can be attached to your TMN, and your processing will go on. Okay, it will not stop. So let's say right now I'm processing some message. Okay, and at the same instant my worker node has just stopped working. So SAP will quickly go and check which worker node is available. It will take that worker node, it will remove the one which is not working, and it will attach the worker node to my tenant management node, and my HCI will work smoothly. So due to this, they have opted this type of background architecture. Okay.
Okay, Sanath, here I have
Yes.
one doubt.
Yes, sir.
Is it automatically take the another worker node or need to do it manually by human?
Sir, this is all done automatically at the background.
Automatically within fraction of seconds.
Yes, less than that. Because they have all they HCI is sold on this main reason only, that you get the 100% of uptime, so that your business will never be affected if there is any malfunction in the server side.
Okay.
Still they do marketing in this way. We have downtimes in success factors. Maybe not in the same some half an hour, 1 hour. Downtimes are there.
So even HCI is down for one day.
One day, then
One day, full one day.
Or one day business is lost.
worker nodes are not connecting, cooperating much.
So I'm not sure. This is the concept. Okay, this is the
Okay,
hypothetical concept.
yeah.
This is not always foolproof. So we were applying this for our client, and it was down for one day. So he was so furious. So we couldn't give any explanation.
Yeah.
Because software based on this only.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they would have listened the same workflow when they were getting this project and all.
correct,
Product.
correct. Yes. So he was furious that if in the development phase only it is behaving like this, then what is the point of in going production?
How SAP addressed this question?
He was not involved because generally what happens is partners come into picture while at the time of development, and it
Yeah.
was raised directly by the client to SAP, and they had a call, long call, and then they was not satisfied. They said that due to this one issue, only test system was down. So,
Okay.
but I'm sure it was production also, because I checked for another client and their production was also not working. So yeah, at the same time I was checked the production and it was not working. So they just were fooling around the clients. Anyway, it's their task.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's their task, but yeah, I know. And the same concept, the same thing which I have told you, it is universal to all SAP solutions. Okay, you have the tenant management node and you have the worker node. It is the same thing for your Salesforce also, success factors also. It is same for C4C also. Why? Because there you need to provide you need to have a high availability, so you need to have a architecture where you can switch between the processors as soon as possible. So there is an SAP cloud, okay, which means cloud server, which is doing this task for all the solutions, SAP solutions. We are not aware of but that is universal for all the SAP solutions. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Sanat.
Hello. Sanath.
Okay. we are provided with the configuration with the high availability and scalability, and this is the tenant management node. Okay, we will see management node is and how we do configuration in Eclipse. Okay, those node explorers and all those things I will be showing you in the Eclipse in tomorrow class. Okay, as of now I had to cover this thing in class, but my internet just saved me. Okay, so and saved you also, so that you don't need to come again need me. So let's meet up tomorrow. If you have any queries, just ask me. Okay, right now.
So as I said earlier, I have requested for this access, tenant access.
Yes, sir.
They clearly mentioned we only have HCI for data services, not for PI. So still I can take it, right? Or,
You should take it. You should take it. I am not sure if that is even possible to divide or segregate the two.
okay.
Because if you go in the offering, you have the process integration and your data integration in the package
Okay.
always. Okay, so if you have the data services, I guess your process integration part will be also there.
Okay.
Okay.
So just I need to give my S user ID and they will be giving me the link to access. And also, so with that, if I have SF in my environment, I can do the integration part, right? We can test those part.
We can try to test that. Yeah, we will do.
Yeah, I am sure that we have a test success factor system wherein which we can do this activity. I will get the permission and we can see that as well.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Because that would be your again. Be cautious that it would be your client. So before
Yeah,
sharing
no,
to
that's for demo purpose. Sales, pre-sales we have, right? For that only we use that system, not for any client. We have our own practice system.
okay, 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 okay.
Okay. That should not be a problem. Yeah.
Okay. For means generally for sales, can we create any test ID in SuccessFactors? Because even I need to create one.
Test ID, yeah, we can create.
Okay, okay. I mean, without registration, we can do that.
And I mean, the user ID will be given without provisioning access. Just they give a user ID, admin access. Admin user ID will be created and given.
Okay, 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 okay. I will check. I will view. Check it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sir,
Okay.
let's. Yeah.
Okay, thank
Tomorrow
you.
morning, right? Tomorrow morning 8 a.m.
Yes,
ठीक
Hello?
है.
yeah.
Hello.
Is it tomorrow
Tomorrow
morning
morning.
8 a.m.?
Yeah, tomorrow morning 8 a.m.
Okay. Okay, Sana. Thanks. Thanks for your time. Take
Okay, sir. Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Good day.
Good day. Bye.
Bye.
बोलना कि हो ना ना हो मामा